legends are told, some turn to dust or to gold, but you will remember me for centuries. Just one mistake is all it will take.
Welcome back to the reverse, and please subscribe and comment below if you have any comments or theories. Okay, this is season 2, episode 11, the reverse flash returns. Okay, so let's get into the beginning. We see the reverse flash is back after Barry stops that truck, and then after we find out Turtle is dead. We already knew that from the last episode. Dr. Harrison killed him. And then we have Patty is moving away. And Barry's upset about it because, like, all the time, people that he's loved happens to go away, which is sad. And then we have another sad one. Francine, Iris's mom, is dying, and we see Iris is really upset about it, and she's kind of having a hard time because she doesn't know how to feel about it. Because she didn't really get to know her, and then she really wants Wally to be there too, but he isn't because he's just angry that she dumped like all this on him, that he has a sister, a father, and that he didn't know about. So I'll get into that, more into that later. So first, in the beginning, Turtle is dead, Patty's moving, and very upset. And then we have Dr. Harrison and Cisco. Dr. Harrison wants to know what triggers Cisco's vibes, and puts on the reverse, and Dr. Harrison puts on the reverse flash suit, because fear is what triggers Cisco's vibes, and Cisco sees the reverse flash. Then we go to the next scene. Reverse flash gets Christina McGee. Dr. McGee shows up, and Flash takes McGee, and then he explains. Then Dr. Harrison from Earth 2 explains the timeline remnant, and actually voice recorded that scene because I really love that explanation of timeline remnant. So here it is from the episode. Dr. Harrison explaining it.
Is the moment you all raced from it. Here, today. This is the time thought comes from. This is the moment you all raced from existence, but since thought is from the future, this is where his timeline begins. That's why he's still alive. This thought has not yet traveled back in time to kill Barry's mother. He's here now in this time period for the first time. Timeline remnant.
Explains why nothing's changed. Yeah, it also explains why he didn't know my name, or that.
That was the explanation for the timeline remnant, which is like from this point time to the point he came from is Reverse Flash came from is lapse in time, and that's why he's alive, and that's why he's alive and didn't die, because it's a lapse in time. So then we go to and then we go to and then during that scene where Dr. Harrison is explaining the timeline remnant, he says, Jones wonders if his Barry's mom would still be alive, but then Dr. Harrison says no, it's a fixed point in time. And Caitlin tells Barry about Jay's sickness, that it's getting worse, and that we need to find his Earth 1 doppelganger for him to get better. Reverse Flash needs more, and then we go to him, Reverse Flash and Dr. McGee. And he needs more speed to go back in time from where he came from. And then we go to Franny, and wants Wally to visit her so they can all be together since she's dying. Iris wishes she got to know Franny better, and sad that she's dying. And I liked her speech, how she really wished that she really wanted to got to know her better, and she tells Joe that it's hard for her because she didn't really get to know her, but she still is very upset. Okay, and then we have Patty still wants to know more what's going on with Barry, and Barry just wants to protect her. And even though she's leaving, Barry doesn't want her to know the truth. Then we go back to Dr. Harrison and Cisco. Harrison upgraded Cisco's 5 goggles, and Cisco puts it on, and then he sees all these different events in time, and he sees a reverse flash killing Dr. McGee. I'm messing that up. Dr. McGee. And then we come back, but then we see the time, and that we still have time to save her, and that Cisco can see the future, which is pretty awesome. And then Patty thinks Barry is the Flash. Patty thinks Barry is a Flash when she's talking to Joe. She's been looking through all the files about the Flash, and she thinks that Barry is it, because it's the only thing that would make sense to her. And then Joe tells her it's not true. He isn't the Flash because he doesn't want her to know either, because he wants to protect Barry's secret. But Joe thinks that Barry should tell Patty that he's the Flash. Okay. What else happened? I'm just looking over here at my notes I put on my phone while I was watching the episode. I have... Anyway. And then we went to Iris visits Wally and tells how he should visit Franny since she is dying, and she brings up her fiance that died. I forget his name. So if you know Iris's fiance that died last season, his name, just comment that below because I forget his name. And she tells him she really wants Wally to go and visit him, but he's still angry that he poured everything, that he has a family, he has a brother, and he has a sister and a father that he never knew about, and he's just so angry. And then Joe tells Barry that Patty knows that he's the Flash, and Then we go, then after that, and how Barry doesn't want her to know, but Joe thinks he should tell her since she's leaving and she deserves to know the truth, but Barry thinks he's protecting her, so he's not going to tell the truth. But then we go to Reverse Flash and Flash fight. I really loved these special effects tonight. I think the special effects were awesome. They always are awesome, the special effects, but I think the Reverse Flash fight and were really good. And then Cisco and Barry's so angry that he almost kills the Reverse Flash. And Cisco tells. And then after we captured him, Cisco goes and talks to the Reverse Flash and tells him that he was the one that helped stop him, and put him in there. And he's the one that gave him his powers, that he's able to vibe. And I really love the funny part. Bye, Felicia. I really love that. That was so funny. Bye, Felicia. Patty tells Barry that she knows that he's a Reverse Flash, and if he admits the truth, then she'll stay, but he doesn't admit it because he wants to protect her. So, and he thinks that her leaving should be protected more. Barry asks the Reverse Flash why he hates him, and he says because he's obsessed with him, and he wanted to know everything about him to become him, but then he saw that he was destined to become his enemy, and how he was, the more people that the Flash loved, he would take away and all that, so he's basically all obsessed to become like him, to get powers like him, but he became the reverse. And Cisco then has a seizure because he's being affected by the timeline, by the Reverse Flash, and he has to, unable to save Cisco, Barry has to bring the Reverse Flash back to his original time, but instead, he doesn't want to because he hesitates because he just brought him back, just captured him, and it's over, but he needs to bring him back to save Cisco, so he has to make a decision to save Cisco or just leave the Reverse Flash here, because he thinks, because he doesn't want to bring him back, because then his mom would die, but it's a fixed point as we know. So then then sending Reverse Flash back, those special effects were awesome, because like him flipping back and then into the time portal was awesome. And then Cisco is saved, then Jade's doppelganger. We find out Hunter, his mother died at childbirth and bounced around to family, eventually adopted by another family, and can't help Jay because his DNA was mutated, and if we catch Zoom, then he'll get his speed back. And then we have Wally goes to Iris and wants Iris to come with him to visit Franny. And Cisco is better. And then George's advice to Barry, he's got to be ready for sacrifice, which was a really good advice, because there's going to be sacrifices last week, so he needs to be ready. And then Patty calls because she's in trouble on the train, and it was a false alarm, and that she just wanted to say goodbye to Barry. So that's basically everything that happened in this episode of The Flash. So that was basically everything, and I really thought it was a really good episode. And with the Reverse Flash, that one thing that was his one thing I left out was Dr. Harrison telling that this was the Reverse Flash origin story, where he finds out everything about the Flash. This is his origin story, how he finds out everything. So I think that was it. So my predictions for the next episode from the promo looks like Iris might get hurt, and that a new tar villain. I don't know, tar pit villain. So we'll have to stop. So yeah. So I think my prediction is that Iris might get hurt, but then the Flash will barely save her, and might be, I don't know how, it looks like a piece of glass, so piece of glass, I don't know what's that about. So that she'll get hurt, and Barry will save her or not, and then that might lead us to go into the different time, because to get Iris back, we'll get the Iris from Earth 2. If she dies, then we'll just get the Iris from Earth 2. So this was the first Flash episode. Let's give my thoughts. If you liked it, give your theories below. Thanks for watching.